Right, so we are going to be talking about proper ways to take science notes. And essentially, we talk about this when I say how to take science notes. It has to do with two things. How can you get the most amount of points? And how can you take these so that they're actually a valuable resource to you? So sometimes you may think that we as teachers possibly think, hey, trying to punish you in some capacity. Absolutely not. These are a resource for you. Scientifically proven, when you write things down, it's going to be committed to your memory more. So lots of great reasons why we do this. So just a few of the basic things. Write all red text, all of it. Don't paraphrase. I have already kind of gone through things. I try to paraphrase. Like I said, I am not here. I'm not trying to make it harder for you. I'm trying to make it easiest. I'm constantly like, what's the necessary stuff? And that's what I have on there. So write all red text, all of it. Do not paraphrase. So if you look at this example on this slide, would you be required to write anything down? If this notebook came up to you, no, there's no red on it. No red, so you don't need to write anything down from that slide. On this slide, however, you'll notice all of a sudden, here we go, got some red text. So write all red text. I would need to make sure to write Earth's major spheres. I would need to make sure to write atmosphere, A, B, and C underneath it. Now, with that being said, if you want to add additional information, if you do want to write in for atmosphere, hydrosphere, geosphere, biosphere, do it. You can do that. Obviously, additional is completely and totally okay, but when I'm grading them, this is what I am looking for. So you need to make sure those things are on there. So write all red text. If I'm looking at letter B there, maybe I want to leave out the word thin. Thin is important. So is the word gaseous. The whole thing is important. So please make sure, write down all red text. Be neat. Other people need to be able to read it. And I know too, super messy, you're going to have a harder time reading it. Sometimes students will say, well, I can read it. We're going to go with, that's going to be challenging for you. Do our best. I'm not telling you that you need to submit your notes into a handwriting hall of fame. We're not looking for that necessarily, but they need to be legible. I have to be able to read them. So be neat. Other humans need to be able to read your writing. This would not be good. I can pick out a couple words. Help, they'll, maybe don't, no, down on the bottom there. It's hard. If I feel like I'm trying to decipher a cryptic message when I am reading your notes, we got to rethink the time and effort we're putting in there. Much nicer. Look at that. Boom, I can see it. So much better. Like I said, I'm not looking at you being in the handwriting hall of fame. Just need to be able to read that writing. Make headings look like headings. If I'm writing these notes in my notebook, Earth's major spheres, that's a heading. Write it bigger. Maybe you want to underline it so you can see it. Move it over to the left a little bit. Headings should look like headings. When you are using these notes as a resource, if you're looking for something, if you're looking at, you're looking for Earth's major spheres, something having to do with them, that's what I'm going to go through and do, and go ahead and put that in there. Underline vocab. Crust, that's a vocab term. Underline it. Thin, low density rock doesn't need to be underlined, but the term needs to be underlined. Those are like your, the top thing that you ever study for anything are vocab terms. So that's just a nice indicator to you, hey, super important term. Each time you take notes, you need to write what they are and write the name next to the heading. So for example, these notes that we'd start taking, you're always going to see a number. This happens to be chapter 1, section 2. Near the top, 1.2, a view of Earth. Make sure it's either in the center of the page larger, off to the side larger, but I can clearly see, maybe put a box around it, maybe put a circle around it, but I can clearly see these are the notes for 1.2. When you submit things into Schoology, take a clear pic. This I can't see. Not only is it blurry, it's off at an angle. So up above, good light, not blurry. Finally, insert pictures into a PDF, then submit as one PDF. Do not take multiple images from your camera roll and submit 2, 3, 4 different pictures on Schoology. I don't have time for that. I apologize. I just don't. So you need to make sure you're submitting it all in there as one PDF. Put the picture in there. We'll go through examples. We'll kind of show you how to do that when that comes up. If you do all of these things, remember we're getting 2 immediate benefits. You are going to be getting great points, easy points in class. And secondly, you now have a resource that you can use for assessments, labs, assignments.